Okay, Aries, welcome to the channel. This is Naveen Ferguson, and this will be your bonus read for March the 4th to the 8th, 2024. Aries, so you'll have part of this bonus reading on YouTube, and the remainder will be on patreon.com/Naveen Ferguson. The link is in the description box below. Aries, please remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel, comment, all of that good stuff. You can also request a personal reading. The information for all of that is in the description box below. Okay, so Aries, let us see what is happening for you from March the 4th to the 8th, 2024. Okay, awesome, Aries. So, oh wow, I'm getting a slight dizziness and with certain respects when it comes to the Queen of Pentacles. So what's coming through is that there's like this wave of expectation, responsibility, coordination, fine-tuning, making sure the investment is grounded, secure, and headed towards the prominent and agreed upon direction. So there is financial and steadiness and responsibilities and securities that is accumulating or growing in your life, but there is a level of pressure on it for you in your personal right of like portraying and growing in success, but also expectations when it comes to certain external factors, so whatever that may mean to you towards the direction of things. So you're dealing with a certain level of responsibility right now. Some of you may be responsible also for possibly employees in certain respects, or there's a position that you have to make sure that is fully grounded and stable for yourself, and as it affects the team or the organization. But I'm also sensing there's a level of tiredness. The pressure can get to you in certain respects. Try not to overwork, try not to overstress, okay? Try not to put your like entirety per se into the machinations of what this is. I know it's very important and it does have a certain level of momentum moving forward, but you also have to take care of yourself in the realm of getting some rest, recharging, decompressing, okay? Because I sense for some of you, you may also have a pressure in your left ear, the left side of your body in certain respects, and you just don't want unforeseen health dynamics to be of an issue. So you really do need to lighten your burden every now and again. You really do need to take a break, okay? There is success accumulating, but it is asking, or it is demanding a certain level of focus. And you can't always be on the go on that regard, Aries, okay? You do have to find the opportunity to rest, okay? You are headed in a successful direction, but it is a type of successful direction that can be demanding, and you really do need to consider a balanced approach in your life. Further clarification for the Queen of Pentacles. Yep. There we go. We have a King of Swords. So, in clarifying with the Queen of Pentacles, you may be also in a state that I'm setting two folds in certain respects. So one fold would be with the King of Swords. You have set certain criterias, you've set certain systems in place, and they're moving, reasonably well, steadily, but there's this level of anxiety to like making sure that it continues, that it persists in what you've already set up, so that you can be more free to further focus on bigger dynamics or the next agenda of things, the next cycle of things. As well as some of you, and this is the next fold, whereby you yourself have like maybe an authority figure, a boss figure. It could be a board of some sort, could be a team of some sort that have laid upon you certain pressures of systems to manage, or certain systems to make sure that the criteria continues in a certain direction, and is also increased in its smoothness or its efficiency, or if there's anything other that you can contribute to a project or a system that's already in place. Can you improve upon it? Okay, so there is large expectations, especially because some of you are already in a successful system that has no room to curve in any dip in any area. There is an expectation to keep a consistency. And that can be burdensome. It's not to say that you can't handle it, but it does take a toll. I sense for some of you, there could also be a pressure upon your back. Perhaps some of you are sitting too much or leaning over too much. Be aware of that, please. But yeah, there is just a high demand on your psyche, a demand on your work ethics. For some of you, yeah, there is a focus on the strategies and the nuances that are expected in certain respects in the developmental procedures, but also staying within budget, staying within certain levels, or making sure that the investment is being used to the best quality of things. And if there is any adjustment to be made or suggestions, it is expected of you to make those changes or call out those machinations to be addressed or concerns. Okay, so there is success, yes, developing and currently in the flow of your life and the agendas and the growth and all that kind of stuff, but it is a heavy weight. And I am feeling that you really do need to take care of your health in this. Further clarification. Yeah, look at that. The Hermit. So what's coming through also with the Hermit card is like, you're also asking yourself, are you moving in the right direction that's reasonable and well for your well-being, for your life? Is this too much for you to handle, too much of a burden? Should there be some specific changes that you need to be making, or should you be involved in this at all? Is it worth it, is what you're asking yourself. Okay, so this is a certain thought process that's going through you right now, especially between the 4th and the 8th as the time of this reading for March. But there is a certain self-reflection that's happening upon you, and it's because of these pressures. Sometimes you second guess your thought process or your movements in life. And that's normal. Don't be dismayed that we all have those second guesses, like taking on these responsibilities or orchestrating a dynamic or whatever have you. Are you moving in the right direction and stuff like that? And I'm sensing this is also a growth experience. It is a cycle that you're in, or a new cycle for a lot of you, I'm sensing. And you're just adjusting your vibrations on this new dynamic. Okay? So self-reflection to weigh the pros and cons, to balance your direction, how you handle certain things right now is actually critical, and it's expected. Okay? So take that time as you're moving through these energies. Take that time to further self-reflect. You need to get some peace in your life to really consider how the best course of action, so that you're not overburdened. Okay, and that's been coming through from the start. So Aries, let's continue and see what else the universe needs you to know at this time. Yeah, I literally just finished saying that. So we have the Magician energy. This is literally you taking taking into account, into resolution, all of your tools, all of your experiences, your time management, your health, the expectations, the responsibilities, your point of view on varying actions, your goal in life at this time, your goal within the environment that you're a part of or whatever. It's really taking into focus, and that's why you have the Hermit there as well, and that's a major arcana, and we have the Magician major arcana. Taking into perspective, what can you fully commit to that is reasonable and just for you, is what the Magician energy is coming in, because you can do it. That's what the Magician is saying. Like, these tools, these talents, these successes, you have the means to call the shots in your life, and you just have to grasp your authority in this dynamic. Okay, no one necessarily needs to press upon you, or has the authority to press upon you more than what you will allow, is what's coming through with the Magician energy. Okay, so even if you think that you saying no or adjusting certain things or alleviating certain pressures, if you think that may go in a obtuse or obscure way or be looked upon negatively, that does not matter. Okay, what's coming through in the Magician is you can call the shots, you can lay your terms, you can bring across a legitimate understanding when it comes to the time management of things, the expectation of things, how long certain processes will need to be done, and what needs to happen for those processes to come towards its best quality and outcome. You don't need to take on more than what you think is reasonable for you and the success of what you're involved in. It's up to you to grasp this authority, and this authority is in you. Okay, you have this authority in whatever you're involved in. Okay, so no one can really place more on you than what you allow, and you have to come to terms of that in yourself. It's okay if certain people may be feeling some type of way because you say, hey, we're going to have to extend the timeline for this, or I cannot be putting out amount X, Y, and Z at this rate because it's not reasonably feasible. It's not, you understand? If you really want to continue the development and growth, you have to exercise your authority in this. Okay? Further clarification for the Magician. Wow. Aries, what am I saying? You have the Four of Swords. Literally, what was coming across? Rest. Okay, this is exhaustion. Okay, you need to exercise your authority because you will be burnt out before long. Okay, you need to exercise your authority because you need your rest. You need to recharge. You need some fun. Some of you literally need some fun. Okay, but moreover, you need rest. You need reflection time. Okay, you can't just be on the go. Okay, and that's what's been coming through. Further clarification. Yeah, the Moon energy. There are things that are coming up that is unforeseen that you can feel that also is on the horizon. That's probably also why there's that feeling of a vibe of a burden, like you have to make sure things are running right, because there are things that may come up or that you feel that may come up, that you see certain guys that you want to be prepared for. But this mechanism right here, with all the harping and the barkings of other people around you and the pressures and they're trying to get, that's not going to make this mechanism get fixed or fine-tuned or presented with quality any faster. This mechanism takes the time that needs the time. Like, you cannot rush it. Okay, and if you want to be ready for the unforeseens and be able to withstand any shakeups or whatever, this mechanism takes a keen eye. Okay, you can feel the possibilities of things. Not to say that possibilities of negative things in the future or anything like that, but they're just life unforeseens. And you want to always have a reasonably secure grounding for things that you're feeling that may come up and that you need to address, and for those successes in which to be able to expand when the time comes. You know, it's both sides of the spectrum, but you can't you can't force this, okay? And other people should not be expecting this force upon you. You have to say it like it is, Aries. Honestly, honestly, practically speaking, okay? And you really do need your rest. You can't just keep going. You will break down, okay? That's what's coming through. So we'll continue the rest of this reading in the Patreon subscribership, in the membership, to see what else is happening between the 4th and the 8th, and perhaps even a bit more. Let's just see where it goes. But if you want to see the rest, please become a Patreon member at patreon.com/Naveen Ferguson. The link is in the description box below.